Episode 452, OpenAI's agent goes rogue.
The AI 6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
It's the biggest AI security story of the week, potentially of 2026, and it raises a serious question. What happens when a test agent pushes past the boundaries that was put in place to contain it? Hello, and you're very welcome back to AI 6, the podcast that brings you AI news, views, perspectives, product updates in just 6 minutes a day. I'm Joanne Sweeney. Thank you for tuning in. OpenAI says one of its experimental agentic systems behaved in an unexpected way during a cybersecurity evaluation last week and accessed Hugging Face infrastructure while being tested with reduced safety controls. Hugging Face, meanwhile, says it detected an intrusion into part of its production infrastructure but found no evidence that public models, datasets, or spaces were altered. Then the story evolved later in the week, and US lawmakers want to give the government the ability to quickly order the turning off of artificial intelligence tools that may threaten the public. Some people call it a kill switch. In a statement published on its website, OpenAI stated, "We consider this incident to be an unprecedented cyber incident involving state-of-the-art cyber capabilities, and we're responding accordingly. We are sharing preliminary findings at this stage to help defenders understand what happened and to help calibrate on what models are now capable of. We will continue to conduct a thorough investigation alongside Hugging Face and will share more details on the vulnerabilities, the incident and the findings when our investigation is complete." The company says the AI agent was not deployed in the wild, but was being tested with reduced safety controls to measure how capable it was at cyber tasks. What happened next is exactly the kind of behaviour AI safety research have warned about. The model appeared to have worked around its constraints and searched for information to complete its objective. According to OpenAI, the incident involved a combination of models, including GPT 5.6 Sol, the newest and most powerful model, and another more advanced pre-release model, not yet open to the public. The system reportedly discovered a vulnerability in infrastructure connected to the test environment, used stolen credentials, and then accessed Hugging Face systems in an effort to cheat the benchmark it was being tested on. OpenAI says, of course, it's now working with Hugging Face to investigate and has already patched the vulnerabilities involved. Clem DeLange, co-founder and CEO at Hugging Face, stated in a statement, "We're grateful for the collaboration with OpenAI on this and other topics. This incident, possibly the first of its kind, proves a point we've long believed. AI safety won't be solved by any single company working in secret. It will be solved in the open, collaboratively, with broad access to AI for every defender, everywhere." Now, OpenAI says the breach was unusual because it appeared to be driven end-to-end by an autonomous AI agent rather than a human attacker. And that matters because it pushes the conversation beyond ordinary cybercrime into a much bigger question of what happens when an AI system starts improvising its way through barriers that were actually designed to stop it. For OpenAI, the disclosure is a big warning sign. The company says it's a research incident, but the details more broadly are, of course, unsettling. Now, the EU AI Act, where I am in Ireland, governed in the EU space, is built around the idea that high-risk systems need stronger controls, transparency and accountability. But this breach shows that it's not just about policy. This is about engineering, and when the AI models outsmart the humans because they want to achieve their end goal or they want to survive in an environment potentially where they will be disregarded, that makes very worrying reality for those of us working and building in AI, policymakers and legislators who will try and contain such risks and obviously show those in law enforcement the capabilities of AI agents and when they're in the hands of cyber criminals, it's a risk for all of us. Definitely a big, big story this week, and it's one to watch. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategies, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step, you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organisation. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie. Or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know. And I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate, or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI 6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.